I bought it to slaughter during the party, but I said it was one of the luckiest cows not to be slaughtered. I have some few goats, but right now it's not party season. It's time to again start a year, 2024. This is also one of my cows. Lucio really loves it, so it's grazing. Bura, namna gani? Hii ni ng'ombe yako? Oh, okay. This guy here is my neighbor. He says this is his cow, it's not mine. And this is Moses. Moses, unafanya nini? Do you speak it? I stepped on their teeth. Hii ni chai ya nani? Yako. Hebu acha nionje hata mimi. Let me drink this. I'm a little high. Let me test it like. So this is strong tea, guys. We call it strong here in Kenya. The reason is you only put tea and sugar. Personally, I'm not a fan of sugar tea, guys. We call hebu acha nionje hata mimi. Let me drink this. I'm a little high. Let me test it like. So this is strong tea, guys. We call it strong here in Kenya. The reason is you only put tea and sugar. Personally, I'm not a fan of sugar, but so these are the keys, guys. And you may think that we planned this. I swear before God, I didn't plan anything. But in Africa, you have to be a man when you are small, or you have to be a girl when you're small. What I mean by that is you have to help home. I know in other countries this would be equated to child labor and everything, but here,
kaboom! Guys, you have checked the video that I've just played there at the backyard. So as we can just get the real concept of Kenge, what does he mean? For the people who want to know the real fact about how is Kenge pretending, the pretender of the year, the pretender of the year. You think it would be just like a meat tenderizer. So you wanted to tenderize everything, and make sure that people are just going to talk about, you know what, you eat everything, you don't talk, don't take maybe sugar, you don't do that. Guys, look at that sip. Do you think that sip it's for drinking something? Don't pretend. And whenever people are talking about, oh, he loves people, he likes what the people are just doing, did he acquire acknowledgement to shoot a video with those boys? Did he ask permission from Percy and talk about, you know what, I want to shoot a video with your children, and here they are. Whom was asked? And he's talking about, you know what, I'm just a horrible person. He's just a horrible. And talking about, you know what, this kind of the cows here, they are here, you know, they were bought here so as I can slaughter. No, this one, they have a good luck, I will not slaughter them. Look at how people's assets are taken. And people talk about, I have contributed for it. Not a bad thing. I've contributed about it, so as people can just get it, people can just slaughter and get something from there like a meat. But eventually, what has happened? Things are thrown into an imbroglio. Exactly. Look at the statement, right? Talk about, you know what, I don't take sugar. And that's why he was just pretending unto the biller. Talking about, I don't take sugar. But every budget has sugar. Every budget that has been done, it has sugar. And whenever you see at his kitchen, always I was the one who was having a sugar mug, and I was placing it onto that mug, and it was going to their room. And he's talking about, no, I don't take sugar, everyone who is coming here. So don't pretend to the people that, okay, I don't take sugar. But the real fact is one. You are going to shoot a video with the boys. Maybe you never liked the content, and that's why you wanted to have a content with those boys. So as you can just imitate to the people donators. Oh, guys, they're only taking some tea without any escort. Oh, they're taking just strong tea. Is talking about tea, exactly, or you can call it black tea. You can call it the way you want to call it. But whenever he sips this way, and you know he doesn't have teeth here. The teeth here are a mechanism of, we can talk about the fake mechanism of teeth. So when you cannot even chew sugarcane. If you want to chew sugarcane, I can only chew with this side. Here, there's no teeth here. Like 4 teeth are not available here down. That's the real fact. And he's not talking about, yeah, let me test it. Just this way and returning. There's nothing can even... Kenge doesn't eat anything produced with anyone alongside the village. And whenever he goes to somewhere, talk about, yeah, oh, they are cooking. Oh, mom, but we are good. We are not here to sit. No, he doesn't. And he cannot sit. And he's talking about, you know what? I want to change my village. Change my village, my foot. Don't compromise yourself. If you know there are programmatic things that you wanted to perform and they cannot happen in that way, and you know that this kind of the thing, you don't do that. So don't sympathize with the people and every encrypted thing that you are doing onto the platform, so as people can say, okay, oh, even Kenge is drinking tea from the villagers. Oh, yeah, I think that was... So he was sympathizing with the people so as they can just say that, you know what, Gintu, or what do you know, Kenge? Please go buy them some escort tomorrow. I don't know, this and this and this. And going and asking them some questions without any preparation. That's why we have people who are widows and to the family. They're just thrown into an imbroglio that way. Talking about, you know what, they don't have a say. And that's the real fact that's ongoing up to date. They say that, you know what, these people don't have a say, or we can just, any man who is just coming across, he has to respect the duty, has to respect the mechanism of you coming there. You have to be recognized your presences. But the real fact about themselves, they don't have that intention of, let me go and help. The same way he was telling Percy, you know what, Percy? Your children, I got them from the street. Look at where he was just going to shoot a video. He was going where they were harvesting some maize. So is that an area which is called a street? Is that one? So he's talking about, you know what, your children, I got them from the street. I brought them from scrap to this position. I've looked for the donators. Yet he's the one who, whenever he doesn't have a content, he encrypts what to do. Whenever he passes, he can just come interrogate any kind of a person alongside the way and talk about, you know what, I want them to be fixed. I want them to be put in one position. I want them to be helped this way. He claims everything that, okay, you know, I'm the one who always sponsoring their mom, talking about anything that's not even accommodatable. Even they have not spoken with the mother, but he is there talking about even the mother, you know, she's a person who going here and here, there and there, meandering here and there, so cornering this way and this way. But the real fact is, he wanted donations to cross to him. Why can't he go to Percy and say that, Percy, hey, you are here. I want you to give people your number. Have you ever seen Kenge talking about, I want Percy to have his own number to my platform? No day. And you can never find it. No day. Because he knows that everything that's going to be coming, they have to pass through him. Talk about, I've sent $20, you will receive $2. 10% is yours from that money that is sent from the outside people. Talking about, I have to donate for this. 10% is what is reaching onto the ground. That's the real fact. 10% is reaching onto the ground. But the concept of talking about, you know what? This kind of the cows, people are just donating cows, donating everything. But whenever it comes to now, okay, they were here to make sure these people are getting. These people, they can be slaughtered people to eat meat. Look at what people are eating at the party. Rice and beans, rice and beans, rice and beans, and now even in the villa, it was now rice and beans villa. It was that way. And people are just always, even our stomachs, they were about to develop rice. And talk about even rice could just germinate into our stomachs. Because every time is rice, beans, rice, beans. And the rice that was there, it was brought via donations. And he's talking about, if I can run a party of 30 days, what about dealing with one person? Are you goon? Not even are you. You goon? We just sympathize with you. And the real fact we have to tell the people is, you know, guys, whenever you surprise a person and is talking about this kind of the things, I am the one who derived them to be. But the same way, you cannot understand that there's some object that did it to be. Because you cannot shoot yourself and say, guys, I need this and this and this and this to me. And people give you. No. You have to go and look for the children. You have to go and put the children onto your platform so as people can sympathize and say, yeah, I can support the guy, I can do this and this and this. But the aim of this person is not those sponsors. The aim of this person is to make sure that the content is coming. And he was the one who was telling Gintu that every day whenever he wakes up, he's paying some girls so as he can just have a content of the day. So where have you reached? And now talking about these people are just jealousy. Who is jealousy? Between me and you. Talking about I have to go and check a child. I have to go here and make sure that I'm making a video with a widow so as people can engage and donate. And from those donations, that's now you are telling people, okay, now I want to do this and this and this. You maintain your own philanthropic arisbashias. Everything going to be flowing. But don't come and tell people that, you know, I am always engaging to the village to make sure that even economic activities they're doing, I'm there. Socio-economic activities, I'm there. Ecosystem, I'm going on. But the real fact, whenever you go there, whenever they were just harvesting maize, did you harvest maize? You never harvested maize. Never harvested. It never helped them. The only thing was to shoot a video, to shoot the children, to make sure that they are put in the platform without any acknowledgement from anyone, without an abstract from anyone. And it was just shooting and talking about, you know what, these people, they're drinking, this is called strong tea, guys, here, you know, here they are, even there's no an escort. This is what we eat, we drink early in the morning. You or them. Just say about you. That's what they drink early in the morning, but not you. You take your own meals there. Cooked eggs are very early in the morning. Scrambled eggs. Yeah? You have a wife. You have a wife to scramble very early in the morning. So as whenever you wake up, you may wake up where you are just dignified. Your body now is streamlined. Very fantastic. I'm talking about, you know what, this is what we drink. You and who? The same way you are talking about you are pregnant. You are pregnant. Now are you born? She's the one who now did it. Now, have you just removed the kid right now? So the only thing you have to say about what is the reality. If it is them, say it's them. If it's you, say it's you. Talking about we are here, you and who? Doing what? Can you cataphrase your own spownings and make sure that everything gonna be catered for? But don't bring your own arishbashias and saying that, you know what, I am charifragistic and I'm so happy about it, and I really acknowledge that people will just see them and help them. But the big aim is that video to trend. It is as cumbersome. It's as squambic. It is combolish. Talking about that kind of the initiative. It can never happen. It can never happen. And guys, you know the biggest point of somebody coming to an extent of talking such kind of the issues, it means that he needs much of, you know, right now, guys, I'm going to tell you one thing. There's a time Kenge was promising people, saying that, you know what, I want to help the village, the boys, to have a club team here. I want to formulate them to make sure that everybody is coming closer, so as we can just help. Whenever we want to help them, we have to help them this way. We have to ask them that way. Okay, if it's a football team, I have to engage myself, buy them a football, talk about a football ball and a soccer ball, and then whenever they're just playing, we shall have a competition. Did it happen? The only thing is luring people to that. So as people can say, yes, you have a good idea. How much is the ball? But guys, to me, I'm telling you the fact. On Sunday, I'm going to buy people balls for the competition. And they call them Mikasa balls. And I'm always, whichever team will win, it will win with that ball. And that's the fact. The match gonna be coming to you live, which will be one-on-one, clear from the position. But the aim of a person coming in front and say that, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that one. But the real fact is to compliment people and come to the donation team. And whenever the donations come, you can never see him. He just blackmailing, coming, doing every an essential practice to make sure that he's gaining everything. And that's as comic. That's throwing people to a pogromic way. That is a narcissism. That is tribalism. That is a jokeism. That is narcissism. That is stupidism. And that's the real fact. Jealousism. Everything is practiced to kenge. Anything that's coming, everything is just a force. You know, whenever such kind of a person is saying that, you know what, I've gone to Nairobi, I've reached to Nairobi, let me tell you a story. Because this story is coming right this way. During the day before Kenge could move from the villa to start his own journeys, fake journeys, stupid journeys, uncontrollable journeys, and irregular journeys that were not even essential because of a woman who said that, you know what, I'm not going to stay to this villa. I am not going to stay here. I want to go out and see, which is a good thing. But the fact is, Kenge was using the village boys, using the people around him like me, using the people like Mogesi, using the people like Ernesto, using the people like Gake, so as he can make a content every day and tell people that, you know what, we are doing this, we have done this, and he's not the one who is doing. The people who are just aligned there. Look at even during the helipad, what happened? We are the people who are subjected to such kind of the works. Very heterozygous, very coefficient, very miscellaneous. And we performed it. And whenever you couldn't make it, you are thrown into an imbroglio. And before that one, she said, she has a sheer girlfriend, said, I'm not going to stay here. Now it's boring. I want to go out. I want to go and see other countries because it's my first time to come in Kenya. That's why she came with a bag of a pupil and never had one of you know, this one is called talk about how is it called? That bag of the primary, you know, it has strips, huh? Those strips that are coming and getting attached to the bottom level of the stomach. One was misplaced already. So only one was acting. And it was a very small bag. But whenever she came, she never came to Africa. That's why it was the first time for her to land. And everything she was being shown. This is done this way. This one is done this way. Whenever she came, she was wearing and miscellaneously. She was wearing and showing people how the Mzungu white buttocks are. But the real fact, whenever she reached here, the con mom, she went and said, no, my girl, this kind of the things you are doing here, it is not that way. Make sure that you are changing the attires to fit this climate, to fit this ecosystem. Because like Ginto has not been into such kind of a position of now lumber quitting and lumberlightation of such kind of the white barracks. I was not there to see them. Because here, we only thing we know is pakata, carelessly hanging objects behind the sea level. That's what the ones that we were used to. And the ones that have, think that a person only tights are going for gymnastic. They look like a six-pack. I was wondering. So the real fact is one. Whenever she reached the con mom, she entitled her to the real vibration of the area we are. And she listened and she turned. She changed and she started wearing the long ones. And even she had a very big skirt, a jeans one. It was even lumbering the soil. And from there, now she said that, okay, now I want to go out, to go there and now be naked. You know how they like? Yeah. I want there to go be this way. We kiss everywhere. We are not included. We are not dogs here. So here in Africa, whenever a person see you in town, we are just going to sympathize with you. What are you going to show the culture? If you want our culture like the Koreans to entitle such kind of a culture, you have to follow them. If you say that, no, I want to bring another culture, you are going to be chased. You will be a lost foreigner, and you are from this area. So whenever she was about now to leave, they took their presences from the villa and they took their own accusations and everything and their squambisms. They left to Nairobi. The day before they could leave, we sat down as the people who are working there, and they have their own YouTube channels and they are running. And we discussed. Everybody was down. Hey, I want everybody to know that this is your job, and that one is not your job. Talk about rest in peace, Rose DJ, wherever you are. Rose DJ, she was given the management of the house, interior house. Gentu was given the mandate of fish farming and the ecosystem of fish farming. Gake was given a mandate of making sure that people are eating in that villa and the purchase of the foodstuffs and giving them out as a storekeeper. Number 3, Mogesi was given, which is number 4, he was given a mandate of making sure that the trees are planted and maintained, and also the horses are maintained. Fantastic. Ernesto and Mangare, they were given a mandate of making sure that the harvesting of sand is done fantastically. And he's the one who was doing what? He's the one who is now making the sanitation and also making sure that that river is expanding, and that river is now bringing some chaotic things. And right now, whenever the wall breaks, he's talking about, oh, don't film the videos. He's the one who told people, go and harvest some sand from there, causing soil erosion. And talking about, you know, if you do something that's causing you to the backyard, whom are you going to tell that, okay, and cry to who? Now talking about, oh, my wall is now. You are the one who said people to harvest sand, and which is a miscellaneous thing and a miscellaneous effect. And talk about Gitriba, he was given a mandate of making sure that anything that has to be brought, like materials, like anything that, like sending money, he's going to be holding it. And to the same extent, he said, I'm going to send you Gitriba money to make sure that you are paying these people on 23rd. Somebody to lie? I'm going to send you money for these people and make sure that whenever they are here, they are sustained. Like me, during that time, I had not received much of the money. So I was making my own content there. Whenever a person say that begin to get that 1,000 and go drink some tea, fantastic. But whenever it reached that time, we were already chased. No one could just receive that money on 23rd. Talk about the person who was the first to be taken out. She was a Rose DJ. No. He was Mogesi. Mogesi was taken out. Then after 4-5 days, I was called. Hey, Gentu. Where are you? I said, I'm at home. Why are you crying? She was the Rose DJ. And a little bit, she could not even talk. She gave the phone to Tindi. And Tindi spoke to me. I asked Tindi, what's the problem? No, my mom has been chased from the villa with the Gitiriba. Oh, my beautiful people. What is the problem? What has she done? No, the con mom has come. She has said that we have to move out. We are eating for nothing. So the con mom was eating with nothing. Or was eating with something there. Look at how people are just behaving crudely and going so as you can just take a person out so as you can employ your people there. And they can never work even too. They can never work. They can never work. Look at what the Condad is doing. Chasing people from the soldierizing the gate and bringing their own people from their own family. Are they staying? Are they staying? They can never stay. And whenever we come to such kind of a solidification, people are saying that, oh, you are now jealous of this one, you are jealous of this one. It can never happen that way. And we have to say that this is throwing people to an imbroglio. But everything has to get forward. Now, back to the statement. Now they just departed, and we were a very big crowd of people, and it's the same day now. We just done what we just cooked there, and people celebrated the last day. Even Mayuguno, he was there crying with a fake cry. He's a very good person. So cry for what? So is the person who was now talking about, no, we are going to have a very hard time outside here. Yet is the one now, whenever the guy went, which is Kenge, he came out to say that, you know what? I'm now the controller of everything. I'm the controller. Just control your home. And from that position, I can just say, during that day, the Jamaican uncle, he was there. Even the dumpling, they were just cooked there. And everything. And even the celebration, the roasting and everything. I was the one at the chief sector to make sure the roasting and everything was done meticulously. And I was the best selection. You know? And the same day, talk about Argentinian long nose, she announced herself that I am pregnant of 2 months. Was it a lie? I don't know, 2 or 3, something like that one. And now things now had started now developing, you know, things had started developing, exactly. So she was looking like a person of gymnastics during the before the pregnancy. So the only thing that started moving now. And now the people are just coming outside to tell us, yet I cooked for you, you are moving from the villa. And whenever it reached to that point now, we just escorted them. Even Maja, they were there. Talk about very many people. Talk about the sausage Peri, she was there. Sagati, she was there. Talk about Nasto, he was there. So many people were there. And Ben, I can just remember those people. And whenever now they were to travel, I was part of the people to escort them to Enakoch, to Sirare. So they can just take them to Nairobi. And whenever they reached to Nairobi, they got to their house, which they just booked. And he done what? He just came out so he can just go and see how Nairobi looks like. And whenever they were out, they are just scripted things. If you have never been told this, just get it this way. Kenge always script and say that, you know what? I want this kind of a thing to happen this way. You just come around with a motorbike. That phone snatch was a script. And I'm telling you, I went to Nairobi and I never wanted to tell people how it happened. I was told I went to the same place where that phone was snatched. And those people knows the guy. And they know that this kind of a person was a squambic. He was just squambing people. He was just throwing people to an embryo so they just send money through so as they can just buy a new phone. That phone was a very, very old phone. And you know it. Everybody know it. So even there's a day, Argentinian Longnose told me, whenever I want to buy a phone, I'll give you this one. And even I don't want to use it. It stopped bowling to me. I want a new phone. So it was such kind of a thing. Look at even Kenge cannot purchase a phone for the girlfriend. You can just imagine. And now coming out to tell people that, you know, I have money. Money, my food. It can never happen that way. And the real fact now, we want to throw it this way. Whenever now this kind of the thing was scripted, so as this an act can be, look at which kind of a phone Kenge bought for Rocio. Do you know it? Very fake one, very small phone. So as they can again buy it. Look at whenever they went, I don't know where, and they talk about they have been snatched again. People don't be cheated. Don't be cheated. And the only thing, the first thing they do is to come live and say that, oh, GoPro, I don't know which kind of money they were. So as people can sympathize with you. We have known you, Kenge. We have known you. Everything you want to script, everything you want to make sure that you are making it as a content. Everything that comes you around is a content. And that's why you are just needing some idiot people who are just watching you so that they can just sympathize with you every time. So look at right now, my friend. Don't think that people are stupid. People are learned. People now are coming to excavate things out, and whatever was done in darkness, it's gonna be coming in an outfit of the day. That's the fact. So the only thing you're just doing, you just pretend. But we are here to make sure that other things gonna be falling apart. And from that kind of the squamblement you are just doing, the only good reason I can just tell is one. We are watching you, and we will be watching you to make sure that people are getting the real fact point, that this is what happened and this is not what happened. That's the fact. Somebody calling here. Somebody calling. Somebody calling here. Thank you. So guys, the fact now about now the last point. You know, if you want to help a facility, not this one of Mr. Cecil coming here to say that I want to have a facility here with a public land, and the family talking about no, it can be done with a private land. I can give you for free. Look at what Kenge is saying. Now I want to promote this private hospital with equipment, with some money. And it's not his own money. It's going and telling people, guys, how do you see this? Can we contribute? Can we take a charge? Look at how people are just thrown. Imagine without going to a public hospital, which has very many people who are sleeping down. Not even in Argentina. Look at even in Kenya. Even here in Nyaboase, people sleeping down in hospitals. In hospital. One day I'm going to get you that second of a video. How people are just sleeping down here in level 4 in Migori County. People are sleeping, no beds. People are sleeping in one bed like 4 people. I don't know if I can be given a chance to go and film. But if I can get a chance, guys, I can show you. People have a very big problem at home. And he's saying that you're going to be supporting the expensive hospitals that gain expensive, and they have their own donors who have their stakeholders and they know what to do. Not only going to promote a public hospital that have a very big need, where people go, where people who are just the poor people. That's why he was always saying that Gintu, you are a poor person. People from Nyaboase are poor. The poverty is there. So that's why he is only going for the people who have them. He can never come to the people like the people he's throwing to an embroglio, saying that we are poor. He cannot go to those. He's only targeting where he knows this kind of the people. They will have him to talk about, you know what, we want you to take charge of such kind of a hospital, to advertise it. Yet there's no advertiser is coming to this kind of a man, because it's based on stupidity, based on nonsense, based on narcissism, based on tribalism, based on inoculated unconditional circumstances. Even there's no much of talking about it. Now going to Argentina to promote them. Look at here in Migori County. My people, I'm telling you the fact. If you go there, you will see the real deal of what I'm talking about. You will ever see it. And it's not a joke. People are in a very big life. Very horrible life. Yet a person talking, I'm going to make sure that I'm promoting an expensive hospital, which is a private one, because your woman just went there so as they can. That's why we say in Kenya, people who have them, they can just make everything to make sure that they're taking the people outside to go and get the good hospitalism to their people. But the real family, which is that here, look at where Alex is coming from. That's where Kenya is from. From Alexis. And that's how he is always treating people from their home. I'm talking about, I want now to promote the village of Nyabuhanse. Nonsense. Go start with your home. From home, that's why even you thrown Alex to an imbroglio. That's the only person who can just make sure that he is improving that family you're coming from. Look at where your mom is coming from. Very horrible family. Very miscellaneous. You saw even the Mwango. She went there. Even the Junior. He went there to make sure that he's just having a video with your grandmother. Look at the way your grandmother is living. Mud houses. And you are coming here to tell us, you know what? These people are living in mud houses. They are just poor. Nonsense. You don't have brain that's working. And the Vijune is going, and even the Mwango saying that, you know what, this is where we used to live, and yet you are living here in Nyabuhanse with a permanent house and talking about we are living in such kind of a condition. Do you think people are fool? Do you think people are fool? Talking about, you know what, that kind of an area Alex is. Alex, he could be the person who is introducing such kind of a YouTube platform there to help people from your village. But now you're coming here to say that you're going to extend your support to the private hospital in Argentina and leaving your people here dying like dogs. Like dogs. People are sleeping 5 per bed. 5 in a 3.5 bed. Even they're not 3 feet a bed. 5 people. The only thing is, you know the bed how it's by 6. Now you have to sit in that by 6, which is 3 by 6. Now you sleep only 3 feet, which is only from the waist to the head to be put there. But the legs and the thigh are just hanging. And is a sick person. And the Kenge is here talking about, my woman has been born, has to go and give birth in a very expensive hospital because of donation. Yet you cannot support your people from wherever you are coming from. Look at how nudatic. Look at how improper you are just. Look at how unconditional you want to throw yourself and saying that I'm supporting my village. I'm supporting children to go to school. Which kind of, who are they? Can you analyze and tell to people, these are the people who are in school and I'm supporting them. And how much are you paying? And we come with the risk that this are the people are learning this way, and this is the money they're making, and this is the money that has been paid. Look at the rest. You will just wonder, guys, that there's a lot of money that has not been paid with the people he's just talking about. The only thing is using them as a content and saying that somebody to come and take them, and whenever now they are taken, now conditions being too much and they're thrown into an imbroglio, and you're talking about I'm the real G, I'm the real person, I'm the real Kenge, I'm the only person who can help the people in the society. Shame on you. If you don't know how to cook, can you leave the people who can cook to cook? Imagine putting milk to act as water to simmer out some rice, putting in salt as a condiment, putting inside some of the spices and herbs. Imagine putting a rosemary inside so as people can eat rosemary as a herb, now putting as a spice. Surely. Imagine not forgetting, she never knew even the spices. She was just guessing. No, this is turmeric, put inside. Oh, this is garlic, put inside. This is ginger, put inside. This is paprika, put in. This is black, talk about black pepper, yes, put inside. This is cinnamon, put inside. This is cinnamon, put inside. Everything, even soy sauce. Oh, my living God. She put even soy sauce in such kind of a mixture. And whatever comes out, only God knows what came out, guys. What came out? Even a dog cannot eat. Even a dog cannot be served such kind of a food. And even dogs never ate. And we threw it. Because she said that again to test it. It was a creamy-like structure. It was testing like their fluids that are coming from a human being. Oh. For the people who knows the proteinous value of the fluids, can entail and they can know. Something very awkward. Talk about the Gake was there. Gake, can you taste the food? Oh, let me test. You have to throw, even you can throw the tongue out because you have tasted something very unconscious, very what even kind of a word can I use there? Very, very anthropicus kind of a recipe that was coming out. She says that I know how to cook. To cook who? Maybe you know how to cook somebody. Maybe you are cooking yourself there, thinking about now, you're from shaking, shaker, now turning your 360s, and to there now talking about now I can cook for the other people. Because I'm being cooked there, now you want to be cooking to us. Hey, you cooked something that even a dog cannot take. And I was just talking about how these people are going to survive in hotels. In hotels, even no one could just get even each on other. Talk about, you know what? I know how to cook. It could be a very best thing. But no one knows how to cook. All of them. All of them. Talking about I like sardines. Whenever they say that, okay, do you know how to cook them? No, just boil them, then stew them. That's the cooking you know. Maybe you guessed that, maybe you talked about whenever you go to a hotel, you want to be served. You say that I want a fish. Which kind of fish? Stewed, right? No, this. So you get a name, stew. Stew some of the sardines there. That's the only thing they know. Imagine cooking a food like rice, and it was the one that we were just depending on so as we can eat during that day, during the night session, and no one ate and everyone evacuated. And they had some juices at their home that were brought as donations. But as we were told, if you don't eat this one, you have your own rice, cook it again. And the guy is saying, you know, she's trying. Trying what? Absconding other people's dignity, absconding other people's appetite. Talking about you are just, what kind of a heck can be? So guys, this is what is ongoing right now, and we have to abolish it and say this is just the end. Stop. Guys, much of the materials are coming in till date, and making sure that everything is so fantastic coming out from this position right now. And now I'm a little bit now finishing up with the materials in terms of the ballast. I think this is the ballast too, and the quotation is saying that the ballast has to be 3 tippers. Now it's the third one, and I think it's now a little bit the smaller sized of the ballast. It's now coming from this position. Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How is everything, man?
Everything is good.
Everything is fantastic.
Yeah.
Get out! Get out! They might cause some chaos here. Let out! Nyuma kidogo. Uko straight. Uko vitu sana. guys, you can just check the size. I think the size is so small, and this is for talk about the slabbing, and this is what is recommendable. And you can just check the difference between this one and this one here. It's a little bit dirtier and very big. I talk about look at the size, very big. These are a quarter, but this one here, it's a little bit smaller, but very expensive. I think this is much expensive, and this is a little bit talk about it's not much like this one here, but this is the finest one in terms of the slabbing. And also I can just say about in terms of materials, I've brought much of the materials right now, and we can just start with the hardcore here. I think the hardcore, I have like 6 strips right now and to this position. And also let me give you a small synopsis about what is already onto the platform right now, so as we can just know that I'm moving a little bit, and it's small, no hesitation, small. Here is the third ballast, and I think this is the big one, and I think you have just checked it and how it is. It's the bigger one. And here I have hardcore, and I think the hardcore are 6 strips already onto the site. And also I have 6 strips of sand, which is just onto that position. So much how the things are just going right now. I think I'm remaining with some of the metals, and I'm going to purchase small, and I have a little bit of how the budget is. Let me read for you a little bit, and we can just talk about, okay, this is what is remaining. So I have this kind of it's here, you can just check it how it is. If you can just read, we have 7 trippers of stones, and we have 7 trippers of sand. This is from the engineer, talk about the engineer himself. And also we have 15,000 pieces of bricks. I'm still undergoing with the formulation there. We have 3 tippers of ballast, and this is the third one that they have just brought right now. We have 100 cements at the spot, and also we have 1 roll of binding wire, and we have 4 rolls of wall pass. We have 1 roll of DPC. This is the polythene, talk about the hard polythene cover that's gonna be taking place. We have the first lintel, and to this position you see the first lintel is there. They talk about 14 pieces of D8, and also we have 7 pieces of R6, and we have the timbers of the gravelia mostly. We have 8 by 1, which is 20 pieces, which is 10 feet each, and also we have 6 by 1, which is 8 pieces, which is 10 feet by each. And also I have another paper that says that we need nails. We have 1 inches, we have 2 inches, 2.5, 3 inches, 4 inches, which is 2 kgs, but 1 inch has to be 1 kg. But we have the veranda pillars. It needs around 11 pieces of D12, and also we have 8 pieces of D10, and we have 8 pieces of D8, which is now needed. And also we have the maram, not forgetting it onto this portfolio. And guys, I'm still ongoing with the process of bringing some materials, and I think this month I'm gonna be starting the foundation, because thank you very much for whoever is chopping in to make sure that Gintu is making a history, because there's no history has been ever set, and I want to be even the first person to have a climbing something up, so as people can even rotate. And I want to be setting the goals, because it's not a must that we have to be lured, or some people talk about, okay, I want to promote you this way. We are hard working to make it happen outside here, and I really appreciate for everyone who is appreciating that Gintu is gonna be building a house which is coming very fantastic. And I have the plan. The plan is here already, and let me show you the plan, guys. And the plan is already here, and it's gonna be, I have a plan. The plan is already onto this position, and can just talk about this is the plan on how this house should be, because it has this section down here, which is now to cover the veranda you was talking about, and it will be having it's always having a stuff that you can just go up to make sure that you are climbing to the upper section of this house. And I want to get this house off from here, because every much of the time people are talking about, you know what, Gintu, you are living in a mad house, I don't know what and what and what. It's gonna be getting out as I finish bringing all the materials to the site, and make sure that I'm just remaining with the cement that will be coming in whenever now the construction starts. But the construction always starts with the hardcore, and here in Africa we mostly use the mud soil to make sure that they are compacting it heavily and making that kind of the only thing that comes to frame it is the first slab, which is a little bit shallow, and they put screeding there so as we can now start up the other coming up of the bricks. And also the ballast, I can just speak about this hard one, which are the bigger particles like this one here. It's for the foundation. You know, the foundation has to be put a slab. And also talk about the lintel. Here in Africa we do use this one muchly, but the one that I've shown you that's very expensive, the one that is a machine chipped, talk about the machine chips, we can talk about it's very expensive, and it's that one that we saw there, it's 12 tons, which is more than yeah, 12 ton, it's more than we can talk about 27,000 Kenya shillings. So it's a bit over very hard whenever you have to compile yourself to make it happen. So the other things that are remaining, it's just the nails and the steels, and also the cement, to make sure that the house is commencing very properly, and which is this month. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, because the house is going to be coming and covering up to this. So I'll be updating whatever is coming and what is to be coming. So this is just the beginning. Keep it tuned. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu. Back again to the root of today. Security. Tight. Kuja. Come on. They are always everywhere to make sure that my security is provided here and there. So they're here and making sure that the security is tight. Hi. Another one is there, the far end there. Stuff. Hey, go take the position right now. Guys, right now, wherever you are, welcome back to this session of today. We have to be angry. This the real man has to be angry. In this continent of the society we are. Why am I talking so? Why is it only the child molesters are celebrated and the money laundering people are celebrated? Why? Think about it in this society. The only good people are demonized. Why? This is still the beginning of today, and what has to take the position right now. And this is the segment for you. We go on with it. And this is the beginning. Let me tell you a story. One day, I was just walking from rampantly from the villa. Then a little bit, I found one person called Kenge on my way going to the villa. You know, always he wears the clothes that are hanging carelessly, irregular in shape, loosely attached, cucumbers shaking like vibrators everywhere he walks. Pears are always hanging carelessly, showing that this is the machine I'm carrying like a machine gun. Maybe it's a Then one of the people at the road, whenever we were just walking, one of my friends told me, hey, who is that guy? The guy said, you know what? This is the boss. He was wearing gumboots always. And we talked about, okay, that's the boss. Yes, that's the boss. Now, how do you wish it to be? Then whenever we went to the villa that day with that guy, very early in the morning, whenever we went to look for or to seek for a job, a young man came, very young, dreadlocked, very black, always with loosely attached and hanging clothes, always. The guy said, okay, whoever wants a job, here. Whoever doesn't have a job, here. The man I was having said that, who is this person who is telling us this?